All right, all right, all right. I see so many people here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Much love, my brothers. Thank you very much for coming to the show. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. You don't want to miss this kind of stuff. We're doing all sorts of crazy, crazy stuff here. The community is growing, very strong. Everyone's got a part to play. Everyone's got a part to play. This is a family, and we're growing rapidly. This is becoming insane. So really, really awesome. I see KR here, awesome, my brother. Wave back to you as well. I see Bubble here, awesome, my brother. Constant, nice to see you as well. I see Ruben, awesome, my brother. What's up? I see Gamer, hey bro, what's up? I see everybody coming in. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, let's do this. So just some of the settings, and let's go straight into this chat. Uh, yes, max price 002 as projected by me. Awesome, my brother. Of course, you can't predict, you have to project. With the alpha, the omega, right? That's what it is. We project, we do not predict. So let's go straight into the show. Let's get into the charts and have a look at some of this stuff. So, of course, they posted something on Telegram, I believe. The Maya network talked about this, how it will be at a specific price. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No harm at all. They did mention something about can be changed, but again, guys, it's great if you're holding it. It's great. There was another thing today as well that I mentioned on Bybit. If you lock your bit, you get Woo, and there's a 300% APY. I mean, that's sick, right? You put in your bit token, and you're getting a whole bunch of Woo token. And you know how bullish I've been on Woo. I've been mentioning Woo so many times to so many people, because the thing is one of the things you got to understand about Woo. All right, and where's Woo? Woo. Woo is a deflationary token. It's a governance token for the Woo network, but they actually buy it back and they actually burn it. They've been burning non-stop. It's a deflationary currency. That's one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on it. That's one of the reasons why everybody else is, even though they're competition, they're bringing them on, because it's a valuable token, So that's what it is, and I don't see Woo coming down. I see Woo going up only in price. So let's see how this plays out. But so far, Woo's playing pretty much exactly as we wanted, and it's going to those levels. That 90, where is it? That 66% I was looking at Woo trade. It's going there, right? It's going there. I mean, it's going to go to that $2 level very soon. And we've been talking about since it was like, I don't know, maybe $1 or 1 point something. Can't remember, but it's very cheap. And yeah, it's fine. Market's looking bloody, right? Of course it's not. Market is not looking bloody at all, right? I know a lot of people panicking. They're like, oh my days, market looks bloody. Look at all of this. They're all red. Guys, guys, guys. Let's congratulate everyone, because our biggest, most important milestone that we had has been achieved. Our biggest, most important milestone has been almost achieved. Look at this. $2.98 trillion. $2.98 trillion. Trillion. I mean, just a couple of years ago, we were sitting at 200 billion. 200. Just think about that. It takes 1,000 million. Sorry, 1,000 million to make a. 1,000 billion to make a trillion. Look where we are today. That's an achievement in itself. This is an achievement in itself. Of course, now that we're here, I might even put a fib on it and say, well, now that we've done this, what can we do now? Well, I did have a projection of 3.4. This is giving me a 3.3. I'll take it. I'll take a 3.3 any day. This market is not stopping. And of course, this is us looking at it on a daily. If we look at it on a weekly, and if we look at our model that we did the other day, well, we've got a long way to go, because you can see we've got 4 trillion here, which is coming, and that's going to be faster than you know. It's not going to take us 2 years to get to 4 trillion. In the future, we're going to 38 trillion. You should be proud. You're part of that first batch of people that entered, the first 5% of the global population, and it's not stopping. It's not stopping. Pick your coin, and remember what I said yesterday: pick your chain. because soon we are launching the decentralized exchange where you will be able to pick your chain. You can enter in one chain, exit in another chain, do whatever you want. It's just going to be insane. So that's coming. More plans as well. We've got plans to also, I have made a proposal to maybe even do limit orders. So on a decentralized exchange, possibly on your phone, do limit orders. But yeah, we're coming there. We'll talk more when we get to closer to the time. But yeah, it's just another Wednesday, right? Bitcoin does its thing. Everyone's getting kind of excited. Well, it's boring. It's just another Wednesday for us. This is just another Wednesday in Bitcoin. Nothing too exciting here. For us to get excited, we're going to go to that $71,000 level. Excited a little bit, maybe go to the 80,000, maybe a little bit more excited. But it's just another average day, for Bitcoin. It's just another Wednesday. Yesterday was a Tuesday. We get to see a little bit of a dump whenever we see a little bit of a Tuesday, and this is on a weekly. Let me get on daily for you. So on a Tuesday, we get to see a little bit of a dump. It's okay. It's Tuesday. And now we're on Wednesday. Well, we're just going to start moving upwards. And just another day for Bitcoin. Nothing too excited. Even when Bitcoin goes to 100, if it carries on going in this particular trajectory. So I talk about curves and I talk about patterns, and I say, look, as long as the trend line is flat, just another day in the park. Nothing to worry about. It's going to do its thing. And yesterday I mentioned that basically we could even possibly come down all the way down up to, I think it was this level here, 66,000 something. And it came. It's fine. I'm not going to bother anything with these. These lines can go. I don't really need this line. This line is important for us. That's our first target. I'll save this. And we're done. Also, let me double check the chat, guys. Smash those like buttons, share with one another, get the family growing. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Join our Discord. Discord's completely for free. That's where most of these live streams and everything go, just in case YouTube wants to mess around with you. And of course, is another way for us to communicate with each other as well. Share many information. So let's see. I see Dr. O here. Wow. Chat is exploding now. That's what we like, right? So let's see what's going on. Okay, respects. JB's awesome, my brother. Nice to see you on the show. Ray Mo, awesome, my brother. How you doing? JB says KDA. Of course, KDA. Come on. I haven't just been looking at KDA. I was also, where is it? Let me just show you. Look, I've been trying to work with this. I'm actually working with somebody else. We're trying to do some something on the developer program, basically. So let's see where that goes. But yeah, I'm not holding back. This is another one that I've been bullish. I'm looking at it. Of course, I'm invested, but more than investment, I think for me the technology is just awesome. So let's see what happens. Dr. O's here. Awesome. Why KDA no dump and IRC please? Oh, you mean LRC? Sorry, LRC. Of course. KDA, I think KDA is a very important thing that a lot of people need to understand what KDA is, because I've checked out their GitHub, I've checked out everything, pretty much what's going on. So this one thing just says it. KDA makes it so easy, right, for anybody to go and just plug this in to the smart contract, and it's virtually free gas. This is it. Provides security of Bitcoin, virtually free gas, unparalleled throughput. So they're saying high throughput and smarter contracts, not smart contracts, smarter contracts. Deploy and scale. Look, this is what, and I've been going on about a zero fee blockchain. Well, look, they come up with a zero fee system, industrial scalability, proven secure. Of course they are energy efficient, obviously, if there's nothing there, and safer smart contracts. It just changes the whole game. And this is the future. This is what I've been banging on about for some time now. I said, guys, the future of blockchains is not actually making the best blockchain, the best throughput, best this, best that, best partnership. No, it's actually making it somehow possible to make it zero fee. Of course, a zero fee blockchain could suffer from DDoS attacks and all sorts of other stuff. But if done correctly, and if certain functions are enabled, it's not impossible. I mean, I spoke to Prism Network yesterday. We had Prism Network here, and we talked about this. And I've mentioned to Tranquil Flow himself, and I said it's possible. I don't think it's not. There must be a way for us to do it. If we put our minds together, I think we can do a zero-cost transaction, because that's what's going to provide value for this network. It's not the token. Trust me, it's not the token. You need the token for what? Maybe to build, to do this. That's it. But having a blockchain with zero fees brings everybody else to you because they want to save on fees. And this is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So this is what's going on. This is one of the reason why. And I mean, you can just see for yourself what's going on, right? Accounts protocol, chain relay app, testnet, chain relay app. I mean, it's just on another level. It's just on another. Check out the roadmap, because I've gone through the whole code base, and I'm telling you, I'm just impressed. I'm impressed. I'm even thinking of doing something myself on this, maybe as a test or something, because they do have. If you're a coder, they have these developer programs. So I would suggest, play around with the codes a little bit. Play around if you know some people. Play around with it, right? So it's pretty interesting. Give it a go. You can see plenty of docs here. Copy and paste and do whatever you want, right? So that's what it is. That's one of the reasons why it's very, very bullish. So yeah, I mean, Loopring, you want to know about Loopring is pretty much the same thing. I mean, if I just go to Loopring, that will probably make sense to you. Give me a second. Let's go to Loopring. Right, if I just go to Loopring, that will make total sense to you, right? Loopring.org. It's a layer 2 solution, scaling solution, and pretty much almost near to zero fee as well. So a lot of Ethereum products are being used on Loopring. So all you got to do is bridge it over to Loopring and use Loopring, and you're fine. You can do whatever you want. It's like almost zero fee. And this is pretty much what we want to achieve as well. I think this is exactly pretty much what we want to achieve on our decks as well, where we can have a matching system, an order system, and carry on from there, basically. I think it's absolutely possible. I don't see any reason why this cannot be possible. So that's what we want. And if you look carefully at this Loopring, and those of you who use Coinbase Pro, look, this is Coinbase Pro. And this particular, this template is actually the original Cosmos SDK template. So you can see this is Cosmos SDK, fine. They've put a layer 2 on it, fine. And they've made the fees low, and it's exactly the same, apart from some button layouts, as Coinbase Pro. So hope that kind of makes sense, right? That's what it is. So, okay, yeah, no, definitely. Let's see what's going on. KDA dump. Why KDA? KDA will not so KDA will not dump. I can tell you this much: KDA will not dump. KDA, I mean, in the future, of course, when we have the market cycle dump, we are going to dump. That's inevitable. That dump is coming, right? But so far, it's on a nice little rip. You can see how it's done as this recovery, this complete like U-shaped recovery. When it comes back to these previous all-time high, maybe. But that was the launch thing, right? Other than that, it's looking super solid because people are understanding what this is, and they've got plenty of opportunity. So I don't think it's going to dump that soon. And looking at the targets that we got, if we do get back to the previous cycle, the previous top, the launch price, we should do even better. But so far, baby steps, it's taking baby steps. And of course, when we eventually get to that level, we can then have a new high, which would be around $136. So it's not 100% super solid, but this was the zone to enter. This was the zone to enter, and if somebody did enter around these zones here, you're laughing. And there is going to be a pullback. I can assure you there's going to be a pullback. The pullback that we're going to see probably bring us back down to here, in my opinion, around the $13, the worst case scenario. So you see, we do have a worst case scenario here. It's like, okay, it's been going up. We might have a pullback, but so far what it's done, every time it's moved up, it's created these little zones here, these support resistance zones here, and technically a consolidation zone. Every time it's done that, and that is what I like. I call them like base stations. Like you create a base, you climb up, you create a base, you climb up. Like you want to travel to the other side of the planet, galaxy. Well, you need little bases for you to go and take a rest and then shoot off, lift off again. And that's what they've been doing, right? That's what they've been doing. So very, very good there. LRC, Loopring, we can see Loopring is getting a lot more popular now. I mean, Loopring, I was talking about Loopring when it was like 12 cents. 12 cents. I can use it here. This one I can use it. We're talking about when it was like 12 cents. Of course, Loopring just had a massive. Again, listen, guys. All of these coins, they are pumping, and they're moving to new highs. There's only one reason behind it: Ethereum gas fees. Ethereum gas fees. So super solid here. I mean, there's really not much you can say here apart from put a new target and say, well, what's going to happen? What's the new target? New target is showing us approximately $6. So there's a potential for this to go and do a 1618 at the $6. That's about it. And if we did have a pullback, then our pullback would be pretty much around here, which is the $2.40. And I think we did currently just go past that, right? Yeah. So currently we got rejected here. Then we moved up, broke support just above this exact $2.4 level. So let's see what happens. Should be pretty interesting, right? Can you take a look at H-bar? Of course, my brother, doctor. Of course, H-bar, right? H-bar is doing okay. It's a centralized network. Remember this. Of course, the protocols they're using, Hashgraph, is actually very cool. But that's about it. It is very, very centralized. So I'll be very, very cautious about this. There are other projects out there which have better value and potential to grow. You know what I mean? So yes, you're looking at this and it's all amazing. I wouldn't count on this. I wouldn't even bet on this. Maybe for a few days I'll do a few flips or something. But that's about it. I wouldn't really go any further with this. Maybe in the future, because again, we're at the top of the cycle. A lot of people, there's a lot of hype around it, and remember they have a massive marketing budget. It was created by VCs and everything, so completely privately funded. So I'll be very cautious on this one, because remember, we talk about decentralization. We love things that the people value, not something that was created by institutions and this and that. And this was created blatantly by institutions. You can go and check their data. You can go and check YouTube videos and everything that they've mentioned. It was created by corporations and institutions for themselves. And us, Tom the Canary, are supposed to go in and pump it. And that's what we're doing. We're just giving them the money. So when they dumped all of this, that was us giving them money. So please make sure to be very cautious how you tread on this one. But you know what, when it makes you money, as I said, go in, make a little bit of change, get out. But I wouldn't count on this because so many new projects are coming out. It's just unimaginable. I mean, what they're doing, like what H-bar was doing, pretty much this is what KDA is doing, Cardano is doing. But Cardano, look at the price, because it's powered by the people, not by the institutions. Well, probably in the beginning it was. And a lot of these projects, they suffer like this, right? So they get a lot of private investors, and then they dump because they don't have any investing schedules. So again, we talked about this privately on Discord as well. We said, look, I talked about it. I said there will be a lock, because I don't want, number one, rug pull. Number two, I don't want front runners without vesting schedules. And number three, I don't want to see bank runs. You want to make this success, you need to have these mechanisms in place to protect everybody at every stage of the way. So we are going to have a discussion on deploying all of the contracts tomorrow. So I mean, I might not even do a stream. I don't know, because I'm going to have a long day. We've got a long meeting, all day meeting. So if I don't do a stream tomorrow, you know that I've been very busy, but I will do my best and see, if I can get out of it and come and do something. So I've got a lot of conversation with a lot of people, and of course a lot of people have been calling me privately as well and asking me to kind of guide them on what to do, how to pursue. It's like, okay, what's next, bro? What do we have to do to be prepared for it? And only thing I've said is that, guys, if you've all chosen BNB for the chain, then of course when we launch, it's going to be on BNB. So the wisest thing you need to do is grab yourself some BNB, unless you've got some spare sitting around, and just be ready. Because when we launch, it's going to be on BNB. So you're going to need the BNB to buy. But further details on Discord. Guys, if you're new to the community, remember, all right, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, share with one other at least, try and change one person's life. And more importantly, on Discord, a lot of the information is going to be on Discord. I'm not going to publish it on YouTube first. I'm going to publish it on Discord first. So at least that way the community there gets the first chance to participate or do whatever. But I will try and make it as easy as possible to do whatever needs to be done. I see KR just says HTR, Hathor. Right, we'll talk about Hathor, no worries. Hathor. Ooh, look at that structure. Beautiful structure. I mean, with Hathor, right now, let me just drop some price here. So it is kind of volatile, but not to worry too much about it. It is showing me a $2.38, which is not that bad, but I think we need to focus on what Hathor is. Hathor. Sorry, my bad. Hathor. The hammer. So this is what the structure looks like. Great structure. Absolutely no issues at all. We can see all the historical data. Let's have a read and see what Hathor is. Okay, arranges its transaction in a DAG outside the blocks, right, which are confirmed by the block. This design reportedly allows Hathor to be highly scalable and decentralized. Hathor aims to tackle the complexity of creating a new token. Tokens in the network will reportedly operate with the same scalability and security parameters as with native HTR tokens. The team started development of the project in 2018. The mainnet was launched in 2020. The project is public and open source. Anyone welcome to join. So Hathor is a blockchain. Of course, you can go in, and if they are trying to make it as easy and follow the same mechanics, so they've technically what they're saying is you can come on our blockchain, you can create your own tokens, and it will follow the same model. That's not a bad deal. It's a unique idea. I don't see why this can't succeed. But again, are you building on it? If you're not, make the money, get the hell out, wait for the dump, wait for the bear market, pick up as much as you want, support it. So they've been around for some time. They haven't gone anywhere. Of course, the people who believed him and then had conviction in them in 2018, they've done all right. That's those guys. Do you know what I mean? That's these guys who had conviction. You can see these guys who had conviction, those who sat there all this time. That's the difference they made. So this is again the same thing. It's like when we talked about Prism Network yesterday. Yes, Prism Network's expensive. They have a very small amount of token right now. But they're in development stage right now. So that's an opportunity, because it's a working product, but they haven't launched the blockchain yet. Think about that. And what they're planning to do is slightly different. They're not saying, oh, you can come in and build smart contracts on our blockchain. It's more, as they said, it's more of a layer 2. That means you can use your native blockchain to build whatever, but you can launch it on the layer 2 scaling solution, the layer 2 solution that they're going to be building, the layer 2 blockchain. And now you have interoperability. That changes the game quite a bit. Do you know what I mean? So each project is coming out with something different, and a lot of new projects now have realized blockchains are the way forward. And I've always mentioned this as well. Blockchains are a good bet. Exchange tokens, blockchains, they're always a good bet. The ones that I'm not really that keen on are smart contracts, and of course Squid Games. We have to mention Squid Games. So yeah, I mean, if you suddenly see something pop up and a massive hype is around it, I'll be very cautious. I mean, people pick up on trends like Elon coin, Dog coin, Dog Elon, Mars Elon, this, that, whatever. I mean, it's just getting stupid, but the intentions are very, very bad. Of course, some of them may turn out to be real projects if there's enough funding, enough money, right? Or probably the developers made a mistake and they forgot to do a rug pull, or they locked it. I don't know. But ultimately, the point is some of them may actually last forever. It's a fluke. But majority of them, I can assure you, had no good intention. When you see copycats, they had zero good intention, right? Zero good intention. When you have something that's unique, one of a kind, the first one, that's usually, it could be either a bad or a good intention, but ultimately most times it's actually a good intention, in my opinion. But then comes the second, third, fourth, the competitors, the dogs, the cats, the bloody whales, or whatever. The intention is not good. It's like when we had the NFT craze, right? All of a sudden, everyone's launching the NFT. And then we see the same players over and over again, launching their NFTs. Same guys. To the point where some of these guys, they got a mask on their face because they don't want to show their face. A ski mask on their face. Oh, I'm dropping NFTs. And I'm thinking, seriously, dude? So that just says how much you've monetized and you realize how to get your community rallied up and everything. And now what you're doing is basically going out there and you're literally taking money of, you're taking Ethereum of people, you're taking all of these things from unknown people who have no idea, from a JPEG, right? So obviously that's one of the reasons I'm not a big fan. I've never been a big fan of NFT. I've always mentioned very well, I said, look, I'm not going to be buying an NFT unless I've created an NFT myself. So it's my creation. That would be my NFT that I own. And also some of the price floors that you see on these launch tokens, right? It's ridiculous. I mean, of course, if you want to pick something up, pick up the bottom. You know, you want to look for that bottom floor, price floor, and then pick up from there. That's what I would recommend if you did still want to go, but just stay safe. NFTs are not the easiest thing, and they'll kind of wreck you. So that's that. But yeah, I mean, we're coming. I mean, look, listen, put it this way: the decks that we're launching, the public decks that we're launching, that's not going to be a small thing. That's going to be a very, very big thing. Okay, so yes, of course, Hathor's great. As I say all the time, any blockchain with a public open source, so this is, I've got to clarify this, any project with an open source any blockchain with an open source code is great. Because I remember somebody came up to me the other day and they mentioned this other thing, oh, they're building this blockchain. I was like, okay, private blockchain, hyper whatever. I went there and there's no code, and I said, well, bro, there's no code, so they don't want me to see what's inside, and that I wouldn't invest in. You know, when someone comes up with limited company or something, I'm like, no, I don't want to invest in this one, because I understand what this is. So end of the day, a blockchain should be powered by the people and the emotions of the people, sentiment, and we decide where we want to take this. You know, it's our decision. I even spoke about tokenomics regarding our decks yesterday to someone. I was on a phone for like 2-3 hours, and I said the tokenomics that we want should be done in such a way that it should be a fair launch. Of course, we're going to have a stage, right? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. But the first stage should be an actual fair launch. The second stage can be controlled somewhat, but even then, I don't want human control over it. Do you know what I mean? So let's see how this works out. It should be interesting. But deep conversations, of course, coming up to the launch, things do get really chaotic. So let's see how these work out. But I hope that kind of explained how Hathor works. Guys, so if you're new to the channel, smash that like button, hit that subscribe, and let me know in the comments if there's a coin you want me to talk about. But other than that, let's continue. And I'm also just refreshing the chat to double check if there's anything else anyone wanted me to talk about. So we talked about loop ring. We talked about what loop ring is and what loop ring does. I hope this kind of makes sense. We talked about KDA, what it is and what it does, right? So loop ring, yes, it's a layer 2 solution, nothing more than that. There's nothing other than that. It's like just solving the fee issue. But KDA is actually a blockchain, a smart contract blockchain, where you can go and build very easy. They're making it easy for anybody to build on this, because that's what it is. The smart contract is the future. Smart contract is the future. You know, Hathor's pretty much the same thing. So let's go into the other stuff in the market. We talked about our 3 trillion. That's fine. We'll leave that there. Also, actually, I just remembered something. I need to save this. So let me save this. That's fine. We talked about BTC doing its thing. Pretty awesome. We're going to get there. Don't worry too much about that. Let's have a look at the dominance. You see, just as usual, dominance doesn't matter. It carries the market. But of course, if we want to see altcoins pump, we need to see the dominance come down. So let's wait and see what happens. But remember, this floor here is going to be awesome. Madman here. Awesome, Madman. How you doing, bro? Nice to see you. Right, let's go into Ether. So Ethereum, obviously, again. Why? Because look, it has to get to this $5,281 level. It's what we've projected. It's coming. So another new all-time high. It's not stopping. It will go there and then probably take a little break, come down a little bit. So remember the patterns we talk about. Whenever the market goes up a specific amount, it will come down a specific amount. So I've got this weird feeling what we're going to do is we're going to go up, 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 up like this. And then we might come down and bounce back here before we make another move. Does that make any sense to you? So expect this. I think this is exactly what's going to happen. XRP, funny. Yesterday we talked about cross compatibility with XRP, so we are talking about. We talked about it with the founder of Prism Network. We actually had him on the show, and I actually dropped XRP. Then I said, "Is it going to be compatible with XRP?" And yes, they are working on a XRP decentralized exchange, so you can swap your XRP with anything. It's going to be on another level. It's coming, guys. Cross-chain liquidity, cross-chain compatibility. It's coming, and it's going to come. You know, right now it's just sitting there, but that storm is brewing. You know, it's going to be big. So let's talk about XRP anyway, where the XRP could go. Of course, I don't hold any. I dumped mine already. I've never been a big fan of it. Maybe in the future I might. I know they're just kind of following the hypes and everything. But anyway, let's go straight into this and let's have a look at this. We've got a nice little clean chart here on a daily. It's doing awesome, doing okay. It's coming there. But just by using what we've got here, and if we use the short-term, long-term, mid-term, we do have points here. So we've got this low here, we've got this low here, we've got this low here. So we're going to use this low as a short-term. We're looking at $1.85. Let's do a mid-term. So if we use this area here as a mid-term, we're looking at $2. And if we then swap this again and we say let's do a long-term, or not much of a difference, $2.09. So pretty much what we got here is this range. If you look carefully, we've got this area here telling us, there we go, we've got this area here. This is basically our target zone. If we were to basically trade this, buy this, or do whatever, this is pretty much what we've got based on these three terms that we would put in. So if you did buy today, that would be your target. You know, you can sell, do whatever. Of course, if you bought before, it's there. But remember what I said earlier. I've said this before as well, guys. The previous high that we've ever had was around this. I mean, this is showing 355. It was around 385, if I'm correct. Let me just quickly double check what was the previous all-time high. XRP previous all-time high 384. Yeah, 384 was the previous all-time high. So for us to get back to that level, it's a long way, because you got to look at percentages and say, right, what's the percentage? Can we have a pump to take us to that level? 380. Okay, I'll just put it here, 83. So you can see 383. So we have to do a 200% pump from here for us to get back to the previous all-time high. And you know, it's not impossible, because once the market goes hyper parabolic, it is absolutely possible. However, I want to just kind of tell you this one thing, right? If this market stays, and let's bring it here. So this market is going slightly in a nice little angle. So if you look carefully, this angle here, this angle. So we're okay. You know, this is bad. This is hyper parabolic. But as long as we can maintain this trajectory, this particular angle, like, you know, 25, 30 degrees angles, if we can maintain this, it's actually super, super bullish, because that gives a chance for everything, including XRP or whatever you want to call, right? Everything, a massive, massive chance to actually start pumping and give us those extremely crazy bullish zones. And if that's the case, then of course I would turn around and say, do you know what, guys? Absolutely possible for XRP to go and do some crazy levels. Like, for example, if we take this area here, the peak, and if we, I mean, we don't even have it, but I'll just use this. We can see we've got a $5.85 for XRP. So I could put a line here and say, right, guys, as long as the market continues moving, and if we do have a prolonged cycle, so this is very important as well, that you have to have a lengthening cycle in order for this to happen, right? So if we had this, then yeah, of course, I don't see a reason why we can't climb up on this and get to that $5.85. But you know, some people are selling you $100 XRP. Stay away from that. That's a bubble that's going to burst and it's going to hurt you. Okay, so just be cautious. That's all I'm going to say. Just be cautious. Understand that, okay, I'm in it for a certain amount. How much do I want? Am I going to be that moon boy who's dreaming for this to go everywhere? Because remember, one other fact that we have is this market cap and these ranks, this 1, 2, 3, whatever, or this market cap, this prices, the money that's invested, nothing is suggesting they have to stay there. Something better can take over. Every one of these coins can be replaced here. So just be logical. Every one of these, of course, the price doesn't have to change, but every one of these could be changed. We could have a complete brand new ecosystem tomorrow that sits on number 1 and kicks everything off the ranks. So think about that, okay? You have to really understand and do this deep thinking and say, well, there's nothing suggesting that BTC has to be sitting here at number 1, rank number 1. It can easily be ranked number 10 and still be the same market cap, same price. It still be 100k, 500k coin. It doesn't have to be there. There's always something bigger and better coming out. The reason we are betting on Cardano, Solana, Polkadot is because they are bigger and better in technological ways. Of course, not by the money invested or the amount of utility, because this has been around for what, 6 years now, and they're fresh. So, but they've come up with more innovative ways. And I think if they do catch up, one of these could pick up and actually replace Ethereum. Think about that. So that's what technology is doing. It's moving at a fast pace, and these guys have to keep up. I mean, Taproot is being activated at the end of this month for Bitcoin. That should help Bitcoin stay in the game, right? So think about it. Bitcoin smart contracts wasn't here. There's another company called Blockstacks. I'm sure they're here. Let me see if I can find Blockstacks. Let me see if I can find it. Stacks. So there was actual, yeah, this one here, Stacks, right? An actual company was formed, an actual cryptocurrency was formed in order to enable smart contracts. And they've been doing smart contracts on Bitcoin, on the Bitcoin network, using the leverage of the Lightning Network. So, of course, smart contracts can be done on Bitcoin. They've enabled that. Do you see what I mean? So each one of them are being innovated. So just to stay in the game, you know? So they have to keep up. They have to keep up because every day is changing. I mean, really think about it. Cryptocurrency, what was the first idea? A digital form of peer-to-peer money system. We don't need the middleman. That's all it was. And then Ethereum comes along and says, well, what about peer-to-peer transfer, a tokenized transfer of assets? And here we had, this was what exploded this whole ecosystem of tokens. So there's crypto in my books. So I'm not saying anything official here. In my books, a cryptocurrency is one that has its own blockchain. So this is a crypto, right? Anything built on that crypto is a token. Understand this. So we have thousands and thousands of tokens. So you're tokenizing an asset or an idea, right? And that's what Ethereum opened up. Like even BNB, it was a token originally. Of course, they have their own little blockchain, which is a copy of Ethereum anyway. So there are plenty of copycats out there, copycat blockchains. Good luck to them. You know what I mean? End of the day, you know, I would say pick your coin, stick to your coin. End of the day, it doesn't matter. And of course, with the new decks that we're launching, now you're going to pick your coin and you're going to choose, you're going to pick your chain as well. So you can pick whatever chain you want and be cross compatible. That would be awesome. Right. So let's get back into the content. I hope you understood what XRP could potentially do, but it's definitely not doing $100. So think about that, okay? It's not doing $100. And also, let me give you another explanation why it's not going to do $100. Very simple, all right? Look at how many XRP there is, 100 billion. I want you to take a calculator. I'm not going to tell you this number. You take that calculator and hit a 100 billion token times $100. Do the maths. Just do the maths and then make sense to yourself. Or even the circulating supply, there's 47 billion there. Take that and times that up by $100 and you tell me if it's possible, right? Even $10, have a look. Do the maths, trust me. You'll understand what that all means. $5, yeah, definitely possible. $5 possible. I wouldn't say $5 is impossible. $5 definitely possible. I mean, even $10 is possible, but anything more than that, no. But don't fall into that trap. You are calm, you're grounded, you are logical, you have reason, and you always have maths. If 1 + 1 = 2, it's fine. If it doesn't make any sense, if it's 1 + 1 and it's 2.1, you've got a problem there. That maths doesn't work. So please go and do some maths to make sense of everything, right? And it's all there for you. Remember, all the supplies here right now. So we already know how many we have, what's happened. We have the data. Remember, we can use these Coin Market Cap, Coin Gecko, Coin Paprika, Coin Panel. There's so many different out there. You can use this, right? And get the data, right? So I hope this kind of helps. Also, let me just double check the chat, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to refresh the chat. The only way I can do that is literally by kind of logging off and logging back on. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I had the same issue every single time. I can barely see the chat. He says, yeah, man, thanks. Awesome, my brother. Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, yeah. Um, so let's go back into our stuff. Let's go into the subject at hand. Let's talk about the market. So yeah, look, market's doing awesome. A $10 billion here or $100 billion pump and dump, I wouldn't even bother with it, because remember, we're getting to that stage of the market where Bitcoin could do 10k a day. Ethereum could do $1,000 a day, 1,000 up, 1,000 down a day. We're getting to that level, and that's what happens. I mean, Ethereum right now is where it was 2 years ago, where Bitcoin was 2 years ago. Nobody even looks at this. I'm like, do you even know where Ethereum is? Because BTC in 2013 went to 1,000 and dumped, like $1,000 or $1,300, and then dumped. We can see this historically. It did that, right? Let's go on a weekly, and let's go on a BTC, and I want to show you this because this is really awesome stuff, right, to understand. So here we are at the peak of 2013, and at the peak of 2013 we went to $1,200. $1,200. You know, and then in 2017, okay, forget that 20k, right? We'll get back to that 20k in a bit. And then I want to show you Ethereum, what Ethereum literally just did, right? Ethereum in 2017, so it's obviously came later, it went to $1,400. That's a bit of a coincidence, right? And then currently it's sitting at 4,000 on this cycle. So remember, Ethereum is one cycle behind. So if Ethereum is doing the same thing what BTC did in 2017, bro, I see a 20k Ethereum easy, because that's what BTC did, right? And I know that's going to bring, if we see a 20k, for example, right? And this is just maths. Remember what I said, it's just maths. We're sitting at just, I want to say 500 billion right now, rather than just say 575, just say 500. But if we 4x this, and we go to 20, that's giving us a $2 trillion market. $2 trillion market. Yes, that's what I said. I said 0DNB. That's what I said. $10 also possible. $10 possible. Anything more than that, no. That I don't agree with. I don't think ETH will surpass anything. I'm doing the Ethereum part right now. If Ethereum follows exactly what BTC did, and Ethereum hits 20k, that's a $2 trillion market cap. That's a $2 trillion market cap. Right? You want to talk about XRP? No problem. We can go back to XRP and I can show you. XRP did not surpass anything. That's a fact. The oldest one. Let's go and look for the oldest one. It should have been Bittrex, but Bitstamps. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's go to the. Well, that's not even the oldest one. No, that's 2017. Should be Bittrex. No. So I'm looking for the oldest one. Let's try Kraken. Why am I looking at Euro 4? Yeah, Kraken was around. We can use Kraken. Let's see if Kraken gives us the data we need. No, that's 2019. Here we go, 13, right? So I know a lot of people are saying how it surpassed, but one thing you have to understand, look, this is 13 and Ethereum launched in 15. So according to this, it looked like this, but in 2017, January 2018, it only went to $3.85. Ethereum went to 1,400. It didn't surpass anything. Please do understand this. There's different metrics involved, because XRP, apart from facilitating banks to do transfers and moving money for cheap, they had zero utility. They only had one use case. Ethereum created an ecosystem where people can create as many tokens as they want. Smart contracts, the very thing we know now, the very thing a lot of people are so excited about. Who has the largest capacity right now? Ethereum does. Ethereum has that market share that nobody's going to take anytime soon. Of course, as I said, there are plenty of projects that are coming out who could easily get noticed and take over Ethereum. But the funniest fact is, right now, anybody who understands Solidity, the Ethereum engineers, these are the same guys who are coming onto the other chains anyway. Same, guys. So whatever chain you make, it seems you need to have an Ethereum bridge, because that's the only way you're going to get that Ethereum market share. If they didn't have a bridge, they don't have it. So Ethereum is not absolutely dormant. Think about it. It's more useful than you think. Of course, the only thing that Ethereum lacks and has a problem with is its fee structure. But again, it's old technology. It was okay when when Ethereum was a few pennies. That fees was negligible. You know, BTC, when it was a few cents, I think it was the complete opposite. The fee was extortionate. Why? You're gonna ask, right? Back in the days when BTC was worth nothing, to send XYZ BTC, you need to spend XYZ amount of BTC. XYZ amount of BTC, an actual coin. Imagine how expensive that would have been today. But of course, over time, the fees are reducing because the portion is still the same. With Ethereum, the mechanics are still the same, but the congestion is so high. XRP surpassed 2 times ETH for the short time at the last cycle. Yes, but XRP had a 2-year head start. And that was it. Doctor, that was it. Ethereum had, XRP had a 2-year head start, and it only had one utility. It surpassed the value, yes, 2 times. But that was it. That was it, bro. XRP understand this, and now they're trying to do the NFT. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. They're late. They're late to the party. But that's what happens with centralized organizations. Projects that are done in a centralized manner will suffer this. HBAR is centralized. They're going to suffer this. They can't innovate. They're too much bureaucratical. They have too much politics involved. Get the politics out, put a man there and say, do this and launch it. And you're fine. That's what most people do. Most projects, it's all about build, 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 and release. Build and release. But no, XRP. Okay, we need to have board of directors meeting. What are we going to do now? Okay, we need to probably enable NFT, or maybe we need to start doing some DeFi platforms, DeFi lending. Probably we need to open up a blockchain so people can come and build on us. That's what they're going to be thinking. Yes, market cap is fine, so it doesn't matter. Market cap went to 200 billion at one point. Of course, that's fine. That's absolutely fine, right? But again, don't just use that one metric. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Don't use that one metric. You got to add everything up. It's like, okay, it went up there. And that's exactly when 9 billion XRP was dumped on the public. By who? By the founders. So think about that. 9 billion was dumped by the founders. There's too much control there. Even now, when you see this supply, and you see this is how many, where are these? Because we know that's how many there is. Where are they? Right? You know, can you mine XRP? Go and do those kind of researches. Go and find out where it is. And remember, they had a 2-year head start to do whatever they want. They could have been, they were at some point, they were sitting at number 1 and number 2 and number 3 on the market cap, but they didn't really go further. So please do understand, all of these people are being bullish about XRP. Guys, great. I wish you the best. I wish you guys make $100 XRP. If that helps, please. That's what I wish. I wish the best for you. That's all I can say to you. But everything for me doesn't work. I'm only giving you my opinion, no financial advice here. Good luck to you if you're going to make $100. I just don't see it. I see other projects coming out. I see Solana before came out, and Solana, it's doing its thing. It's proved it. It's come to the rank number 10 because of whatever drama. It's kind of centralized. I see Cardano from nowhere came here, done its thing. But I'm telling you, they are all replaceable. And look at Cardano, or Cadena, that new coin that I'm talking about, Cadena, right? Or is it Cadena? How it's doing it? Cadena's doing it. Now, where was Cadena? And where is it now? That's the question, right? Where is Cadena? So let's have a look at Cadena, what rank it is, right? It's moving up the ranks. Why? Because it's providing something that others don't. And if it's easy, it can be done. I don't see what. Look, it's gone to rank 53. For God's sake, it's on the first page already. Wow. Okay, it's on the first page already. Look, it's on the first page already. Look at the return. Year to date, 16,000%. 90 days, 4,600%. 7 days, 201%. 201%. Just look at that. That's the supply. 1 billion. 1 billion. Let's go back to the coin we were. 100 billion. Just think about it. The tokenomics is what makes sense. This tokenomics doesn't make sense for me. So I hope you all understand. Of course, listen, as I said, I wish you guys the best. I want you guys to make $100 per coin. Good luck to you, right? But I'm just being realistic here. I'm like, well, look, I'm not going to hold on to something. This is money I'm playing with. This is my money I'm playing with, and I'm not willing to give it to anybody. I'm only here to increase it, make sure it goes up even further, and hopefully give you guys some logic so you understand some of this as well. It's like, okay, look, understand the market for what it is, right? Let's not, like, go into the hype market. That's the worst thing you could do, right? And yeah, as I said, even if market caps are surpassed, right? And I've mentioned this specifically on this video, nothing is suggesting BTC. For all I care, XRP could be the next #1 coin. It doesn't make a difference. The rank doesn't make the difference. It's who's going to survive this game. Who's going to survive? Which technology is going to survive? Who's innovating fast enough? Who's keeping up fast enough? That's what matters. It's not about the coin. Don't marry it. Trust me, don't marry it. You'll regret it. Don't marry that coin. Right? Even BTC, yes, I have a whole load of it, but I'm not married to it. I have my entry, I have my exit, I have all of my strategies, I have my risk management all done. My 3 rules, DSR, discipline, strategy, and risk management. I have all 3 in place. By doing that, I know that, okay, by 2030, this is going to have so much institutions coming in. They're going to damn stabilize the whole thing. It could be $1 million a coin, but they will stabilize it. So what am I going to do there? Nothing. So I might as well get out. It's getting more and more powerful. More and more countries, more and more people are looking at it. It's also going to become stabilized. And if not, it's probably going to lose some market share. Other companies are going to come, other innovations are going to come and take that market share. And currently, people like BNB, they have already done that. Just because Ethereum had one problem, BNB came, reduced the fee structure, copied the whole blockchain, reduced the fee structure, and done it. Do you think they're not going to have that problem? Of course they would at some stage. So each one of them, every one of these projects here, don't marry it. They're all replaceable. They are all absolutely replaceable. It doesn't mean they're going to go away, but they're replaceable. Just understand that, right? These market caps mean nothing. You can today, if I had control and I had, say for example, I had all these Ethereum on me, right? I had a whole massive supply of Ethereum and I decide to burn half of this, I can jump this tomorrow. For example, we're looking at XRP. If I decide to burn the rest of them, burn the rest of the supply, that's double the price already. Then it has a potential to go to $20, maybe $30. You see what I mean? And if the monies are keep on printing and we're inflating on our own fiat currencies, I don't see why this can't be $100. But then your $100 worth like $1. But if it's the number that makes you happy, great. So let's go into the other stuff. I'm going to stop this now because obviously it's hard for me to kind of explain certain fundamentals. It's like, okay, look, guys, I'm in it for the money. I want to take my money. I want to get the hell out. Fundamentals don't matter to me, especially on the top of a bull market. If I'm going to think about fundamentals on the top of a bull market, I'm getting ready to get fucked. Getting ready to get screwed. And I ain't paying to get screwed. Full stop. Hope that makes sense. Let's move on to the next part. Let's have a look at the chat and see what's going on. Doctor, I hope you understood, bro. I'm not having a go at you or anything. I'm just trying to make everybody understand. Nothing else. But as I just said to you, I'm not paying to get fucked, right? It's not happening, full stop. For me, right now, I want to make as much money as possible, hold back and wait for the bear market and see where it takes us. So, anyway, BTC, Ethereum, awesome. Let's see what BNB is doing. BNB is pretty much on target. Obviously still got to battle this range here. Once it battles this range, I don't think there's going to be any stopping it. So we need to get above. Again, give it a few days, guys. Give it a few days. It's looking super awesome. Of course, on a daily, RSI stochastic looking a bit hot. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Let's have a look on weekly. Weekly, it's okay. Weekly stochastic RSI is looking hot, but the RSI is looking okay. So yeah, I mean, we give it a little bit of benefit of the doubt. But remember, when the market moves, none of these technicals would matter. Trust me, nothing would matter. It's just going to shoot. Polkadot holding support. I'm really happy. Coming into the zone, even tested the zone. And as I said to you, once it's in the zone, it breaks above. And on the 11th, so we've got a few days left when the parachains go live. I think it's going to go crazy. I think right now you're seeing a lot of dip because a lot of people are not really buying, right? Because they've already bought it and they pumped it into the smart contracts to lock it for 2 years. Or probably people are just waiting for the 11th. So let's see what happens on the 11th. I know some people have said, oh, it's probably priced in. No, trust me. Many people who understand Polkadot, who read the original white paper of Polkadot, who understood about the parachains, we've been holding and waiting for this day. Trust me, we've been waiting for this day. All of the gains from here to here didn't matter. They do not matter at all. What's about to happen here is what matters. Next 2 years is what matters, and we're super bullish on that. Solana doing okay. I'm not complaining about Solana's doing absolutely fine, just kind of following along, doing its little thing. Baby steps, guys, baby steps. Solana's doing absolutely fine. I don't see any issues at all. Holding trend, holding support, you know, awesome. Even if we did a trend line here, it's quite funny still holding this, but this is a bad trend line. We really don't want this trend line. So far so good. Let's see how it goes. Cardano woke up again finally, but it's not really doing anything. So I know a lot of people are getting excited about Cardano, but remember, guys, Cardano was sitting down here just a few days ago. For Cardano to be anything, you know, bullish again, number one, we need to get above this range, obviously, to invalidate this. But to be bullish, we need to get back to this $2.64, and then back to the previous high, and then we're going to be super bullish. Hopefully, go to the $4 level that we targeted, and then we see where it goes. You know, maybe it might go higher, but right now, $4 is where I'm holding my bags. I mean, where I've got my bets on, basically. Eagle, lovely little bounce, exactly what I said. Look, it came down, it's going to come and do a little bit of correction. It's moving back up again, it's holding track, it's on target. I don't see an issue. It's going to that 1618, and it's doing these little baby steps to get to there. And also it held the trend line super solid. That's a beautiful thing to see. Trend lines being held, very awesome to see. So far so good. Also, I'll adjust this as well because this is now our temporary support zone, so it's absolutely fine here. Right, super awesome. KCS, I don't have anything to say. I think I said it before, and now I'm just going to be repeating myself. And I've seen a lot of people getting extra bullish with KCS. I think other channels and everybody's pumping KCS as well now. I've realized they're pumping KCS now. So KCS has the potential to go to 32, and I think once it gets to 32, it could even surpass that right now. It might even do a little bit more, but I've told everybody my exit point is 30. After that, I'll use that money elsewhere. I'm not really interested because that's a 200% for me, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, BitDAO, I don't have to say anything. BitDAO today, they did the BitDAO event, the other launch pool. We talked about it just a little while ago, the Woo token. And yeah, it's on a rip. It's on a rip. And I told you this before as well, that you deposit your money, you receive free BitDAO, and then in the future you use your free BitDAO to make more free coins of something else. And you continue that cycle, and you get loads of free coins, and you make loads of money, and you become really rich with free money. So, and I think today I actually posted on Discord, and I said that if you're new to Bybit, then if you follow the deposit schedule on when you sign up new, by the way, you have to do it within 48 hours. So if you do it within the first 48 hours, just have a look at the deposit schedule, and you'll be surprised. There's actually quite a bit of significant amount of money there for you. I can't say anything. They say up to, and there's actually up to $3,000 there for you to take if you want, and it's all for free. And my advice is take it, do whatever you want, swing trade it, whatever, make a little bit more, go and buy some BitDAO and sit on it, free money. So that's that. AVAX, okay. You know, okay, we can do some new targets for AVAX. I think it's fair that I actually start doing some new targets. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to do a new target for AVAX because AVAX is doing its thing. I don't see why we don't give it what it deserves. And right now, it deserves to know that if this continues, AVAX can go to $122. So I'm just going to leave that there, save this here, done. That's AVAX. 1 inch still hasn't got anywhere. We're still kind of disappointed. We're still waiting because still holding the trend. But for us, 1 inch has to get to that $11 for us to exit. So that's technically our target from way back here. So that's a target we're holding. See where it goes there. Matic, slight recovery back, but holding trend, not to worry. And you can see this support zone that it's been hovering around. This area here, it needs to get out of this area and start moving into this zone in order for it to get to the new all-time highs and do whatever it needs to do. Link is doing awesome. Link finally doing its thing. As I said, like, you know, this is our first target, and then we've got our second target at the top, and you can see $46 first target, $69 second target, and then we start creating new targets. And I've mentioned this as well. I said, look, Link has the potential to go to $100 easy. All right, $400, $500, $1,000. I don't know. I'm going to be cautious about that one. Nice Link. Mbox Uni's doing great. Look, Uni's just broke out of the channel. So let's, yeah, you can see this broke out of the channel. Just needs to get over this zone and just go and go above this $31 and stay there. If it does that, then you can see our first target was $40 and our second target is $50, and then we're off to the races, and then we're going straight to $70. So that's what I'm waiting for on that particular one. Let's see what it does. Theta doing absolutely brilliant. Broke out, held the support, and actually is moving forward now. Finally, let's hope it stays there. But for its invalidation point, you can see this $9.85 is where it needs to invalidate the trend completely and then start creating an upward momentum again. So let's wait for this, see what it does. And I've got 100 more we can talk about. I did talk about Bake the other day. I said to people, I said, look, if you want to buy some Bake. I don't know who I spoke to, I can't remember. So many people call me, guys, I can't remember. But I did mention Bake, and Bake yesterday did break out. And I actually mentioned it yesterday finally. And you can see how Bake just broke out yesterday, and today's moving up. And yeah, we do have a lovely little target for it. Nothing too crazy. That's just the kind of a launch thing, but Bake did go all the way up to about $7 or $8, so that's where our other targets are, and we want to set those once we hit these levels, because we bought Bake accidentally and very cheap. Cake is doing okay. Pancake Swap, a lot of people are using it. A lot of these exchanges are being like, you know, people launching on Pancake, and Pancake right now, there's not much buy and sell, because a lot of the whales that have bought it are actually doing what's known as liquidity mining or farming with the Pancake Swaps. So I think a lot of people haven't caught up, and there is a lot of money being made, but I'm not sure how. It's magic money. I have no idea, but everything's magic money anyway. Doge, someone talked about Doge the other day, and we're talking about this area. Let's get rid of this Doge. I did mention to the person, I said, look, bro, the Doge 35 cents, that's what I've got right now. If we can get back in there into that zone, we'll do it. And we did peek into this zone once. We couldn't hold. We got, you know, we came down again. If we can jump back into this level again, should be a great exit area. But then you do you, I do me. I'm not into DOT anymore. I've had a little bit of DOT just in case. I even got rid of them. Not interested at all at any DOT at all. So that's that. This is Polkadot holding support, absolutely fine. We do have massive targets. We talked about it. You know, I'm super bullish, so no point talking about this. Engine tested the target but didn't go above it. Once it does, we hope for a $5 engine, and then obviously we move forward from there. So that's coming. Clay holding. This is a look at that. I mean, you can just see this. Let me get rid of this. You can just see what this is, the exact consolidation pattern. You know, this you cannot make. Look at how exactly flat line it's been. That's a consolidation pattern. When this happens, it will, I mean, as long as the market's trending, it should pump out of this, and it should break through all of this. And you can see there was an attempt to hit the $4 once. I'm sure someone did. It spiked, they sold, brought it back down to this level. So we're going to observe and see what that does. I do have a sell order at $4 just in case it spikes again, then at least I can monetize on it and get the hell out. That'll be really, really awesome. Plenty of other, I know someone asked about Neo the other day. You can see Neo's pretty much on track, doing higher highs. Lower highs, and moving back into the target zones. Hopefully one day get back to these levels. Of course, there's a long way to go. No, it's a long way to go. But don't worry, money will filter in. But remember, don't marry the coin. For God's sake, don't marry the coin. Because if you do, then that's when you're planning to get wrecked. Yeah, don't marry the coin. Don't marry the coin. I mean, let's look at Luna. Talked about Luna. I said Luna's doing awesome. It's come to the target to test it anyway. Got rejected slightly, as you can see, but it's holding. This you know, it's forming itself a new trend line right now. It's just moving up. You know, Luna, $100, easy. But we are not going to set any targets on this quite yet, because I want it to break this target zone. I think you'll understand a lot more. You see, so if I do this right now, the target zone and the Fibonacci target is pretty much close enough. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to do a target until we hit that Fibonacci target, or at least this target zone here. Once we hit that, I'll move on and I'll give you guys a target to how far we think it can go. Rune doing awesome. You know, Rune's doing absolutely fantastic. It's doing brilliant. The patterns are very good when you see going up, coming back for a correction, confirmation, moving back. It's just brilliant. It's brilliant. So it's getting ready. I'm going to hold our Rune and see where it goes. Of course, we wait for the first target before we look at our second targets, and we do have a second target set up at the $35 level. Rune has a potential to go to that level, so we're going to wait and see that what that does. I mentioned to a few people yesterday, I said, look, Superfarm, it's a fellow YouTuber, his project doing awesome. Yes, we had a discount. If you got a discount and you're looking to invest into this, always look for red candles on a positive market. So when you start seeing that something pumped and now it's slightly down, it's a dip, well, buy the fucking dip, full stop, right? Because that's where you're going to make money. You know what I mean? Because when this flips back up to 8% again, you've just made 8%. So that's one of the ways to look at things. XCAD was okay today, kind of pumping and dumping. So what I did was I kind of took the money out and I flipped it into something else. And I'll probably jump back in again if I see this drop a little bit more. Anything below $8, what was it? Let me tell you what I got out. Yeah, 850. Anything below 850 for me is a great buy zone. I can enter again because I literally sold the top. So let's see what that does. I could have even been responsible for dumping that. So apologies to all of you. Because I did dump it at the top. I just managed to get that right at that peak. Boom. And I got out. So that's that. Auction, I'm not going to bother mentioning because I did mention to all of you guys. I said, look, yep, it's one of those coins that's coming there. That's another story. I mean, Woo, look at that. I don't even have to talk about it. Look at Woo. It's doing it right now. It's doing it right now. Woo's going there. Woo's going there. I mean, we've got some massive targets for Woo. Woo's going there. No point talking about it. FDM coming back. Not bad. Has to get up above this line, this $3.18, in order for it to confirm that it's moving back up again. Because it did break trend. You see what I mean? It broke the trend. This mini trend line we had here, it broke this. So now that it broke this, of course, it created itself a new trend, and you know, we got to make sure that it basically doesn't fall below this, right? It broke trend, so it needs to get back above again for it to do anything. So we're going to wait for this, see where that goes. DYDX, oh my god, DYDX doing quite awesome actually. DYDX doing awesome. Crow coming back 2% back today. It did have a nice little significant dump yesterday. Great buy zone. That's where you buy the dip. And I did mention to a few people as well who called me yesterday as well. I said, guys, Crow, if it dips, go for it. That's all I'm going to say, right? Because this is an opportunity and you can see how it's moving sideways. Just make the most of it, because this is what it's giving you. See, if you look carefully, it's giving you this consolidation zone and it's actually still trending up. So anytime now, it could easily reverse and move into, because a lot of money is moving from the big boys to the small boys, to small boys to the big boys, just changing hands, right? That's what's happening. Dreams. The other day, if I didn't do that stunt, then today I'll be crying. So yes, Dreams is shattering everybody's dreams. But other than that, I was so fortunate that on that one single pump, I managed to recover everything. But I do have that same stash that I bought, and the one that I showed on Discord, and that's now down how many? I think 75-80%. Can't remember, but it's down a massive amount. Let's just do it this way. Boom, 80% down. So yeah, wiped out basically. So that's the reality. What would you do when you wiped out? What'd you do? Well, you don't sell. That's stupid. It's your own digital asset. This is my asset, so I'm holding on to it. I might have to hold it for another 4 years. I don't know, but it could easily go to zero. But the point is I have to hold. I've got no choice now but hold, because it is an asset. That means that now when it goes back up in the future, I can sell it, probably recover some of my losses. So that's what you have to understand. If something doesn't favor you, right, it is actually your digital asset, and there's nothing suggesting that it won't come back. And if it does come back, then you've got your money back, right? So be patient with it, and see where it goes basically from there. But other than that, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. On that note, I'm going to basically end the stream for today, and hopefully catch you guys tomorrow on another stream, and hopefully have another go and a bash at everybody. Actually, no, you know what? I'm not having a bash. I'm just trying to make people understand that, guys. The market will do what it does. Nothing goes up forever, but the reality, you know, the thing that we really have to understand, right? Everybody, right? Give me 1 second. The one thing everybody has to really understand is that technology is evolving. Blockchains are evolving. More and more people are making their own blockchains. It's getting a lot more easier now. It's not as technical as it was before. I mean, before, damn, you want to create a blockchain? Wow, it was hard. But now a lot more smarter people are coming, and they've understood that there are other technologies out there, other languages that could be used, existing languages that could be used in order to create new blockchains. And that's what they're doing. They're creating new blockchains, and more are coming, by the way. So everyone's competing dog eat dog, right? And nothing is suggesting that another technology can't come out and replace the existing ones, right? If not, at least take some market share, and we can make a lot more money on those. It's like, you know, think about Bitcoin from day one, or Ethereum from day one. That's the kind of level of opportunities we get. But of course, the level of opportunities are also giving us extreme risk, because they could always fail. So understand they innovate, innovate the thing. And as I said, always make sure, like, stay calm, just understand, try and use logic, nothing else, just a little bit of logic, obviously. I see Raymo says, cheers Sham, thank you my brother, thank you for being patient with me. Of course sometimes I lose it. Remember I said to you, I'm more volatile than the market. No, I'm not. You know, I just get annoyed when how would I say this? I get annoyed when questions are given to me, but they have no logic, and then I struggle to explain in a logical way, and I think that's what annoys me. I do get frustrated, but that's that. It's like yesterday. What was it? There was somebody. He said something. I'm not sure if he's here. I'm sure he's going to watch the video later. We had a phone conversation, and he actually said to me, "Oh, so this you're building, and this thing, is it a pyramid scheme?" I go, "Huh? Sorry, which part of decentralization don't you understand?" I literally said to him, I said, go and check what decentralization means and how decentralization works. Please go and search the words true decentralized crypto. That's Google search it. See how it works. And then come back to me and see if I've done that, and if I'm doing that, and if I'm going to go beyond that. So I think he was going to get his answer later on. He'll probably call me anyway. But the point is, at the end of the day, a lot of people just do not understand how things work. I'm like, you know, cryptocurrency, everybody's coming out brand new ideas, brand new things. People are doing things with the community. I don't have to. And I said to him, I don't have to do anything. There's plenty of exchanges out there. But it'll make me feel proud that we've done it. Do you know what I mean? But I don't have to do it. I can just go and buy some shitcoin and sit on it and make a whole ton of money, and I'm happy. I'm making money with it. You know what I mean? I'll make money. I'm happy. We love shitcoins. We make loads of money on shitcoins. But why am I creating this? It's a proud feeling. It's a proud feeling as a community. Here's what we achieved. Who does that? Think about it. Who does that? Right? You know, it's my personal achievement. At the same time, it's a community's achievement as well. Because I'm not going to promote it as mine. It's going to be promoted as ours, you know. So on that note, as I said, adios my amigos. I'll catch you tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe, share with another, spread the word, get the community growing, and of course we're going to be doing the biggest Ponzi scheme on the planet. I'm joking, guys. Adios my amigos.